In this tutorial, we will run the same search using 3 different tools. The goal of this exercise is to illustrate the benefits and drawbacks of using various search tools. Understanding how these tools function will help you choose the best resource for your research needs. In this tutorial, we will utilize PsycINFO, an individual subscription database on the ProQuest platform, FASTsearch, which is a discovery tool that lets you search the contents of many databases at one time, and Google Scholar, which is a publicly available search platform of scholarly content in various formats. As we search, keep an eye on the number of results we return, the filters and the advanced search capabilities of each tool, and any other unique features you think might be helpful in the research process. In this example, we will look for information about the use of personality assessments in adolescence. Each search will include the phrase personality assessment and some term related to adolescence, depending on the functionality of the tool. So now we'll jump out to each resource to build our search. Here we are in the PsycINFO database, and you can see I've already input the phrase personality assessment in the search box. Now, while in other databases or search tools I might need to list out various terms to describe adolescence, in PsycINFO there's an advanced search feature that allows me to choose an age group. If I scroll down on the page, you'll see a box that says age group. Now I will select adolescence. With my phrase personality assessment and my age group selected, I'll run the search. Now we're on the advanced search page of FASTsearch. You can see again in the first line of my search I use the phrase personality assessment. Now, as we know, there's no age group filter in FASTsearch, so I will need to nest various synonyms. And I used adolescent, adolescence, I truncated the word teen, and I also used the phrase young adult. In Google Scholar, I need to create my search all on one line. They have a very small advanced search page, which we'll show you in a minute, but for now we're creating a one-line search. So again, I've put in the phrase personality assessment, and I've nested all of these terms related to the age group. You'll notice that I did not truncate the word teen. Google Scholar looks for the different letters that might come after a stem automatically, so it doesn't recognize that symbol. Let's look at the initial number of results we generated in each search. In PsycINFO, our search returned just less than 4,000 results. In FASTsearch, we returned 26,500 results. And in Google Scholar, we returned 117,000 results. This, of course, makes sense because PsycINFO indexes the least amount of content. It's just one database. And Google Scholar indexes the most. It's a broad, publicly available tool. It's important to consider how each tool is interpreting our search to better understand the results we see. One factor to pay attention to is the search field used in each resource. The search field is the location in the record in which the search tool will look for your search terms. In PsycINFO, the default search field is called Anywhere Except Full Text. This means PsycINFO will look for our search terms in the title, abstract, and subject terms area of the record, but not in the full text. This tends to make results more accurate and also returns fewer results. If needed, you can change the search field using the drop-down menu. If you have questions about the search fields, reach out to a librarian or consult the database's help materials. In FASTsearch, the default search field is All Fields. This means FASTsearch will look everywhere for your search terms, including the full text, which is why we often see a high number of results. Just as in PsycINFO, you can use the drop-down menu on the advanced search page to change your search field in FASTsearch. In Google Scholar, we will see that there is no defined search field like in the other two resources. It's best to think of Google Scholar functioning most similarly to FASTsearch and looking for our search term in all parts of the record, including the full text. You will notice in Google Scholar there is no drop-down menu that lets you change the search field. However, you can use the limited advanced search features to choose to look for your terms only in the title. To access the advanced search menu in Google Scholar, click on the three horizontal lines in the upper left-hand corner and click on Advanced Search. Here you will see the option of where my words occur, and you can choose anywhere in the article or in the title of the article. Each of these tools ranks the results it finds by relevance, although each uses a slightly different calculation when doing so. You can reach out to the library to learn more about those calculations. Getting familiar with the filters and advanced features of each resource will help you determine which search tool might be the best fit for your current project. This is a brief comparison chart of some of the capabilities of the three tools used in this tutorial. Please feel free to pause the video here to more closely examine the chart. If you aren't sure what features are available in a certain tool, look for and click on the Advanced Search option when available, as this will reveal many of the additional features. Once you've run a search, look on the left side of the results page to see what filters are available. This is where you will typically be able to limit by content type, publication date, and more. You will often need to use multiple search tools throughout the research process. Consider asking yourself some of the following questions before you search to help you choose where to start. Consider how far along you are in the research process. Have you been successful finding resources so far? And what functionality do you need at this point? If you are early on in the research process and still gaining background information, you might want to use a broad tool such as Google Scholar. If you have honed in on a very specific question with very specific needs, it might be helpful to use FASTsearch or an individual database to have more control. And finally, remember you are always welcome to reach out to the library for help in determining where to search.